So a friend of mine suggested that I try out this game that apparently caused a bit of a ruckus called Flappy Birds. The only thing I know about the game was that it was addictive for a while and it was taken down because it was a crap game. I also know that it was only available for phones, iPhones, Android phones, Google Thing phones, and I don't have either of those things. So he sent me a website which had a reasonable approximation of Flappy Birds that I could play. And that's what we're looking at right now. We're looking at Flappy Birds. I guess I should... It's a game where you flap a bird. Yeah, there you go. It's a game where you flap a bird and fly through pipes stolen right from Super Mario Brothers. In fact, I think the Flappy Bird itself is probably nicked from Super Mario somewhere and just recolored. So I'm not doing too well at the moment. I do like the sound effects though. I don't know if that was part of the original game or just something for this release. But it is an element that I do like about this thing. So, yeah, I'm not doing too well here. Oh, I've seen people do better than my paltry score here. But they probably got a little more addicted to it than I have. And probably care a little bit more here. I'm just sort of like... I play this and I'm like, you know, is this all you do? Really? Like, I've played Atari games that had more replay value than this, for fuck's sake. Love those sound effects. That's the only part of the game that I like, was the sound effects. Of course, the best bit and the whole screen changes to that intermission, that tally score. 3 points. Oh, no, getting it somewhere, I guess. I suppose. I suppose there's a bit of a... Ooh, 4 points. We're getting up there right now, aren't we? I suppose there's a bit of an addictive quality to this thing. Sort of why it's the most downloaded thing for a while before it was taken down. But it's just such a... 5 points. Hey, we're getting somewhere. I don't know where, but we're getting somewhere. 3 points. Not bad. Of course, there's folks that probably spent more time on this shit and got a much higher score, and if you're one of those folks, I do feel sorry for you. I think this was a paid download. I'm not sure. Honestly, I don't care because I generally don't use iPhone or Google Play or whatever it's called. So here's the impossible version. 2, 3, 4, and I'm already doing better than I did the normal game. So I might as well stick with the impossible game. It might be somewhat more hilarious. But yeah, all it is just the same fucking game, but sped up. And at this point, this is pre-recorded gameplay, by the way. But it's at this point that I stopped caring and just wanted to smash the living shit out of my Flappy Bird. Because I love that sound effect when he goes splat into a solid object. There is certainly an addictive quality to this game, but it's also unoriginal. I'm pretty sure I've seen this before in some other format. Whether it be with a plane or something like that. This is something I could easily put together. Probably not exactly the same thing, because this one's a little more randomized, but it's something that, you know, if you have like if you're somewhat well versed in a typical game creation program. And at this point, I'm just letting the fucking bird just flap to its death. But it's a boom. Splat. Splat. One last futile attempt. And that was Flappy Birds. Or Flappy Bird. And that's the last time. That's the only time. My first, last, and only time that I shall be playing Flappy Bird. Now, there's a bit of an addictive quality to it. I can see why people could get addictive to it. It's one of those games where it's not all that interesting, but you know, if you're obsessed with scores and trying to get a high score and all that, it certainly feels that. But then I could point you to a whole bunch of Atari games that do it a hell of a lot better. Pac-Man. Go for Pac-Man. That's actually a much better game, better quality, and the graphics are somewhat original. At least they were in 1980. I don't know. I could at least say I tried it. Can't say it got me addicted as much as it did other people, but I tried it, so I don't know. Anyways, later.